we're creating a professional women's basketball team and we're introducing it to the world. It's going to be aspirational, it's going to impact a lot of people's lives and hopefully provide a sense of joy.
What's up, Canada?
We are thrilled to bring you an exclusive first look at a monumental moment for basketball fans in Canada.
Toronto Tempo, congratulations.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
When you're thinking of naming this team and the colors that come with, what were some of the key metrics and criteria you went through?
When we were thinking of the Toronto Tempo, and not even Tempo directly, but when we were thinking of this team and what we wanted to create, is we knew we wanted to create something that stood out. And when you talk about color specifically, we looked at what was currently in the WNBA, but then also what was currently in the Toronto and Canadian sports landscape. And we gravitated towards, or we understood that blue and red played a large role, right? You think about the Leafs and Blue Jays, that really bright blue, Raptors, TFC, even the Canadian flag, that really bright red. And we knew that we could put like a little modern twist on that same color palette. So that's where we ended up with Bordeaux and Hydrogen Blue. I think they're really great complementary, and they also very much encompass the duality of tempo, right? The fast and the slow, the dark and the light. We wanted to make sure that we stood out, but we also complemented the spaces we were going to be around.
Drum roll, please. What's the name?
We're the Toronto Tempo.
Toronto Tempo, everybody.
There have been in the past a notion to have sibling names and colorways. The Wizards and the Mystics, Sparks and the Lakers. You didn't go down that path. Why?
Well, first off, we're separate, right? So the Raptors are not our brother, they're a cousin, right? We're not under the same ownership, but we're obviously the same sport in the same city. And I mean, I think it goes back to what I said to kind of kick it off, which is we were trying to stand out, not blend in. And we hope that all the things we do going forward, our play on the court, will continue that.
What did you learn from Canadian basketball fans, Canadian fans of sport through that naming process?
That they're really engaged, that they're extremely positive, and that they are across the entire country. They come from every walk of life. 1 of 4 of them are new Canadians. It was a really great cross-section and learning point to be engaged with them and to understand how they were taking action. Super loyal, super engaged, and like we're so excited to introduce the Tempo to them because now they have something to rally around. WNBA Toronto, not so great. Toronto Tempo, yeah, you can get behind that. So we're excited to actually introduce them, really plant this flag to introduce them to something that they can rally around.
Was there a moment that you knew this is the name?
We went with all the different names, and the name was the seed, and we built this universe around it. So yes, there's a name, but then like, what could the logo look like? What would fans chant? What would the mascot be? What would the headline be that you'd write when we win the championship? Like, how does this fit inside this universe? So we had done that work. So when we said yes to Tempo, it wasn't just the name. It was about this universe we had kind of like already created in our head. And when we made that decision, it felt right. It felt like I felt very good. I felt very confident about it. I couldn't wait to introduce it to the world.